Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Uniben Alumni Series with Kevin Amokaro. This is a platform where we showcase men and women that have graduated from the University of Benin, men and women that are doing exploits in the society today. And today we have a gentleman with us. He's an entertainer. He holds a Bachelor of Science degree from the Department of Political Science and Public Administration from the University of Benin. He's He's an entertainer plying his trade outside the shores of Nigeria within Africa. He resides in South Africa at the moment, and he started his comedy in the University of Benin. He was a young champ in the University of Benin, and he made his mark while as a student of the institution. He is a comrade. Yeah, he participated in Aluta and all that as we know it to be. Is comrade Daniel Eyime Okosun. Most of you might not know him as Daniel Okosun. He's popularly called MC Richman. For those that were in Uniben at the time he was a student, he was known as MC Bakassi. We'll get to know why he changed his name and all other things that happened while he was a student of the University of Benin. Thank you, Mr. Daniel Okosun. But for the sake of this interview, I will call you MC Richman. Thank you, MC Richman.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here with you guys today.
How is South Africa? How are you faring over there?
Yeah, South Africa is fine. South Africa is fine. We thank God and we're pushing it, and yeah, everything is fine. We can't complain.
Yeah, thank God for that. We'll go straight into why we are here. This is discuss about our alma mater, the University of Benin, what we call the greatest university of Benin. Yeah, I know you're an Edolite. You are from Edo State. You resided in Benin City. Was that the reason why you picked the University of Benin? Was University of Benin your first choice when it comes to tertiary institution? Was it because of proximity? It was within your environment, or there was something special about the institution that made you opt for the University of Benin?
Okay, well, there's some couple of reasons why I chose the University of Benin. The first reason would be my mom, as at then, she was a non-academic staff, and in the University of Benin. So I felt okay if I school there, then I have like it's gonna be nice when you can get to see your mother anytime you want to see her. That's the first one. Then secondly, my elder brother is a graduate from University of Benin. He graduated in 2006 from Department of Accountancy. So that was my second reason. Like, okay, my elder brother graduated from University of Benin. Then the third reason is because it's cheap.
Oh, yeah, I will agree. It's relatively cheap compared to other institutions, and not just cheap, the quality you get.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree that it's cheap.
So just the major reasons, three major reasons why I chose the University of Benin.
You are an entertainer currently. I don't know if that was the vision you had earlier on in growing up, if you wanted to become an entertainer. But studying political science and public administration, was that what you actually wanted to study? And what did you envisage for yourself after studying political science? Okay, I want to do this with the degree. How did that come about? How did political science and public administration, as then when it was a joint degree? So how did that come about? How did that thought come about?
Okay, well, for that, I would say growing up, I was always talkative. I've always been someone who talks a lot, and I've always wanted to be a lawyer. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. So my late dad, discouraged me a lot that lawyers they don't have money.
But we have some that are very wealthy and influential.
Yeah, but hey, lawyers, when you see a lawyer, like they trek a lot. He said, I always trek. So it wasn't a noble thing. Yeah. So my dad discouraged me, but I was still bent on studying law. So I think what changed was when I wrote my WAEC in 2005. In law then, for you to get uh, admission,
Yeah.
you need to have a good score for in literature, especially.
Yeah,
So
literature,
I got
English.
I got an E8 in literature.
Oh, oh, oh,
When that happened, I said, hey, and I didn't want to write WAEC again, and I didn't
okay.
want to write NECO. So I said, okay, what can I do? So I had to check. I had to
So
now.
it was the available course.
Yeah, I had to, I had to, I had to re-strategize, and that's how I saw. Okay, I chose political science, and
So there was no plan. Will I say there was no plan after studying political science to use the certificate in that field?
when I chose political science and public administration, the idea that they gave us then, 2009, as we were very naive and young, so we felt immediately you graduate, they'll just give you an office as chairman of local government. So that was the mindset you understand? Because like someone said, you cannot. It's only when you travel abroad that's when you can have dreams. You understand? But
Oh.
in Nigeria, they chase you in your dream. In Nigeria, they chase you. You can have dreams. So yeah, that was the available course that I felt I could do because I don't want to write WAEC again. And based on my
your
results,
O-level results. Okay.
level results. Yeah.
You talked about your father discouraging you from studying law. What course did did he suggest for you?
My father was not a graduate, and so he didn't suggest any course for me, but probably maybe
Okay.
he knows some lawyers who have not made it, and so he didn't want me to go through that particular line.
Okay, I see. God bless you. So you started entertainment fully because I was around then and I was part of your team. That's all true. You
Yeah.
started your entertainment fully in the university. I can say you were arguably the biggest comedian, especially after MC Casino graduated from the university.
Yeah.
How was that time like? Because that's a university that has close to 60,000 students.
Yeah.
How was the feeling like? How was it? How was the whole environment like for you as a superstar within that community? How did you handle the stardom at that level?
Okay. First of all, I never saw myself as a comedian. You understand? Because my mom used to say that she saw me as a pastor. You understand? Preaching to large number of people. But while growing up, but I now grew up and it was not the direct opposite, not preaching but entertaining people.
But you still have crowds. You see talk to crowds. So the vision was not totally wrong, or was not totally false, but it was in another dimension, I guess.
Yeah, so for comedy, I think when I got into the University of Benin in 2009, I'm from a family of six, and so it was a very heavy financial burden on my parents sponsoring my education. So I looked deep down. I said, what can I really do that can make me independent, that can make me relieve the financial burden on my parents. So I said, okay, I'm funny. Because for me, I thought being funny inside the room is the same thing as climbing up the stage. But I never knew it was a different ball game entirely. Like you could be so funny teasing your roommates in a hostel, but when you come up stage, like I always say, if you can make Uniben students laugh, you can make any set of students in Nigeria laugh because they pull out so much from you. You understand? So I took the first step. I said, okay, let me come out. That was around June 2010. I came up. It
In your
was
100
a
level days.
100 level, yeah, 100
Yeah.
level days. I came up. It was a Nokia Don't Beat the Beat. I will never
Yeah,
forget it.
yeah, yeah,
I will
yeah. I
never forget it.
remember.
It was so embarrassing. Like
Mhm.
I climbed the stage, dressed on tie, like I was formal. And I cracked the first joke, nobody laugh. Cracked the second one, he's telling me, get out from that stage.
I guess this was or two, or where was this?
The
Otuka Park.
famous Otuka Park. They stoned me with empty water cans, squeeze paper. It was embarrassing.
If you can conquer the crowd in Otuka Park, you can
You
conquer any crowd anywhere in the world.
can conquer even Tafawa Balewa Square. So the MC trying to help me, like trying to redeem my image that was gone, came and told me, what else can you do? Can you dance? Since joke not the work, you go dance. Because the students were hostile, like they were ready, like take this guy off. What this guy saying? So, just to please them, I had to dance. I
Well, really?
took off my shoes. Now put Makosa for me. Makosa.
Oh,
When I left the stage and I got back, people recorded, had videos, like it was
oh.
really down. When I go back to my room, my roommates were mocking me. But we tell you something you're not good. See, go embarrass this whole room.
And I guess that was on three then.
But yeah. So after that time, hey, I said, man, it was so bad that I had to cut my hair because I came into school. I had this like hair now. My hair was really full. I had this afro. I had to cut it because people were picking on me. Like, that's the guy that messed up himself. Even in class, basement, you see
Yeah.
people gossiping, pointing out at me. So I said, okay, let me cut my hair. Maybe they will not
Recognize you again.
recognize me.
You also ventured into politics, uh, even within the classroom, then hosted politics. And I think as a mayor of your hosted, then you were parliamentarian with, by virtue of your position as mayor, you were
Yeah.
parliamentarian in SUG with the SUG. So was that really something you wanted to do? Additional leadership? Did you think you were cut out for that, or you just felt everyone is doing it? Okay, let me try. Did you really think about it or think it through and said, I want to lead. I want to lead people. I want to do this. I want to render service.
Okay. First of all, the first major betrayal I ever got was when I contested for class rep. Politics is very deep. When I contested to be class rep in my 100 level, the people that I spoke to one on one that gave me the award, they all disappointed me, including the interviewer. So after I now understood what politics. I said, okay. So it's not like somebody telling you
now,
do.
now, now, now that you have accused me of betrayal, I think it is only proper I defend myself since I'm here. Because what actually happened was that you were vying for a class rep position, and the gentleman, Shegun Ofungo, was also vying. You spoke to everybody same way Shegun spoke to people. But you know, the way those things, we had caucus, we had set of people. I just felt, okay, this guy is already is becoming a star in the university. He's doing it. Yeah, you were not a star then, but
So,
you were already moving. We
yeah.
saw the aura around you. Said, if we give this guy our class rep, this guy not go submit our assignment. So this guy is not. We don't think he's humble enough to be our class rep. That's a class of diverse people with different character. So you need proper management to manage such kind of people. So we just felt that it was better to pick the other guy. And you can remember the election was open ballot. We had to queue up behind the candidates you chose. So how did you feel seeing the long queue for the other guy and seeing yours was just very few persons that queue up behind you? So you saw the betrayer openly. So it's not really a betrayal.
It was an eye opener. Really, it was an eye opener, and I just saw that. Okay, this is probably I needed to change to adjust. You understand? Because the mindset I thought people had of me was not what they really thought about me. You understand? As I did, and the people that some of the friends that stood behind me, we are still friends. Like we are still, the bond is still there. Why some is not there anymore? I think the approach I used during campaign also worked against me. You understand? Because I was, first of all, the campaign manager I picked up, his name is Steven. He was harassing people to vote for me, shouting at them. So, yeah, it was just part of the experience. Then talking about me being mayor, I'm very ambitious. My ambition has not stopped, and I try new things. So when that didn't work, few years after, I saw an opportunity. I said, okay, let me go for it, and I emerged as the mayor for the very prestigious O5 hostel as at then. I don't know how it is now. So I was mayor, and because you're mayor, like you said, automatically I became a parliamentarian, and it was nice to be part of school politics, to know how policies are made, and also to react when policies made by the school authorities does not favor students. Like times whereby we had water shortage, electricity outbreak, and hikes in food stuff in school, then school fees. So we were there to deliberate as gentlemen, and also when we needed to voice out our displeasure and anger at the management, we were also there to lend our voice to the struggle. And so it was a beautiful part of my life, and I think I have some very beautiful memories.
Okay. Yeah, we'll come to the memories at the University of Benin. You're talking about your experience, the knowledge you gathered while leading at the University of Benin as mayor and all that. How useful are those things in your present day life? Those attributes, those experiences as a leader then, how useful are they to you today? Do you use them, or you have probably discarded them? Are they still useful to you today?
Yeah, they are. They are very useful, because I think one thing you learn as a student of the University of Benin is tenacity. Tenacity, because literally everything will when you drive into the University of Benin, you're going to see different architecture symbols. It means it has different meanings. I think there are like four. It like one says when you come into the school, you come in straight.
Yeah.
But the system, the structure of the school bends you, squeezes you. You understand? So tenacity, because everything drills you. Everything drills you, and you just have to. If you are not strong, if you are not strong mentally, you will become strong. If you are someone who doesn't like to hold on to things, you learn to be, because everything lecture hours sometimes could be longer than it's supposed to be. You can get to class and they'll say lecturer is not around, class scheduled, unplanned tests, unplanned assignments, practical. So it just gives you different, Uniben throws at you different things, which makes you to be very strong and to endure. The hostel, you must endure. Because as at the time you want to sleep at night, that's when somebody wants to cook beans. So you endure. So you see somebody's frying fish 2 a.m. inside his room. So you must endure. So endurance, and I think that is what has really helped me, because when I came to South Africa, my early years, it was very, very, very hard. And so when I looked at where I'm coming from, where I survived Ontario, I survived all the things. I said, I know this place, I must do it. You understand? So tenacity, the the system makes you very strong, not just physically, mentally. Your mind is strong, and when you are pressed with certain challenges, you know that no, this one I will see through it. So for me, in my own opinion, I would say university made me stronger mentally. Mentally.
A few moments ago, we were talking about fond memories, unforgettable memories you have of the University of Benin. Can you share some of these memories you think that you still hold dearly till today? And yeah, when I mean dearly or that you still hold tight, it might not be pleasing, memories, or it might be something that you really enjoy the moments as at then. Yeah, can you share these memories with us?
Oh, okay. Uniben was a roller coaster. It was a roller coaster. I had beautiful memories, and some of my fond memories would be when I got to anchor. I was like the only student comedian that anchored the University of Benin Freshers Welcome Orientation. University of Benin.
Organized by the university, the management. Oh, okay.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Freshers Orientation, the Uniben Convocation, I anchored it 2011, 2012, 2013.
No.
So those were special memories. Then plus the
And
concerts.
then you were still a student. You were anchoring
Yeah,
convocation.
yeah.
Okay.
I was still a student. As a student,
Yeah.
as a student, as a student, I was not just working with students. I was working with the management, the vice chancellor, the deputy registrar, the PRO. We were in constant consultation. Then also 2013 was my signing out, and my last comedy show that I did at the Akindeko main auditorium was also a beautiful uh, moment for me. One of the nice memories that I had. Then I would also say friendship. There was some friendship that I made at the University of Benin that 14 years after is still blossoming. And those were beautiful moments. Then I also had terrible moments too.
Yeah, you mentioned about your first time on stage. Can we
Yeah.
have others as well?
Yeah. So, a year after that horrible experience, my very horrible experience, I came back to redeem myself at the Hotuka Park. And that was when Ice Prince came.
Okay.
Ice Prince and this other guy, this rapper, Nokia. Is it Nokia? Yeah. Nokia brought Ice Prince and this huge rapper, the Links. The Links.
Links. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if he still sings now. So Links and Ice Prince, they came to Uniben, and I redeemed myself back. That same spot
On that
where I was
famous
born,
O2 stage.
most of the two. You understand? Then yeah, I redeemed myself back, and it was nice. Then the popularity, it was nice having to go somewhere and people, oh, okay, people know you, people say people love you, they celebrate you. Then also my female fans, like All those I'm
Okay.
so you're watching this interview and you still have some my ladies, yes, all things happen.
And his female fans is happily married with kids now.
It took it.
Yeah,
So if you still have some things, all those things are just when you're young, you just do what young people do. But as a time when you mature, start you drop off certain things. So yeah, email was nice, the ladies was nice, and I also had experiences too and all that. So
that's
yeah, good.
that's great to
Good.
hear. Talking about your name, change of your
Okay.
stage name. At the University of Benin, you were popular as MC Bakassi. Then after you left the university, you changed your name to MC Richman. Why the switch? Why did you change your name and why did you pick MC? And before that, sorry, how did you come up with the name MC Bakassi initially? Then,
Okay.
tell us why the switch to MC Richman and why did you pick MC Richman too?
Okay. While I was in secondary school, I was a very tough guy. Like, and that time it was the movie Isakaba was raining
Okay,
then. Sakaba Bakassi boys. It was raining. So some of my guys in high school just called me Bakassi, Bakassi. So when I came out that day from hotel, my first performance, I said, okay, what name am I going to use now? Because why I was backstage before I made the MC, I like, okay, so what name? So I remember, okay, let me use Bakassi since it was a name that some of my guys used to call me in high school. So I said, okay, MC Bakassi. So that's what I told. So that's how that Bakassi
that it
came
came
in.
about. Okay,
And I would say to a very large extent, I did a lot of things. A lot of the name really went far. The MC Bakassi brand went far throughout university, even outside. And when I left the University of Benin and I was serving in Lagos, I think that was where I decided to change the name because I went for a particular comedy show in Lagos and the MC just said, let's welcome MC Bakassi. So everybody was just shouting because they felt because there was a there is an established old senior comedian called OK Bakassi.
yeah,
OK Bakassi, that's his name. So people felt he was the one that the MC was calling up. So the way they were even shouting, I wasn't surprised. Where did they know me from? Because this is Lagos. And everybody looked at me like, who is this guy? You understand? So I think that it was from there I started seeing the need. Then a comedian of my friend now told me that, hey, if you want to really stride, because right now you should not be standing on the hard work, on the sweat, on the name that someone else has built already. So why not just have a neutral name and work on it?
okay,
You that you are not identified to be this. You are just this name is your name, you understand? So I said, okay. So I thought about it, and that was why I started thinking about the name to use, MC Robaba,
MC
MC
what? MC what? Rubber band.
Touch and follow, do me I do you. So so I said no. So I said, okay, I love the life of a rich. So I said, okay, I want to be rich. I want to be rich, like a rich man in life. So okay, let me pick that name. So that was how I came with that name,
Yeah,
Richman.
okay.
And that Bakassi was coined in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
Richman came up in August 2015 in
Mm,
Lagos. So that was why I switched the name because I didn't want to be I didn't want anybody to mistake me for anybody under
yeah.
the name that was very new and neutral. So that was how I
Mm,
changed it to Richman 2015.
yeah. You are currently in South Africa and you are in the entertainment space in South Africa. You have been in Nigeria for most part of your younger years. Um, if you how can you compare both entertainment spaces, that of South Africa and that of Nigeria? How is are there some similarities? Are there differences? Which do you think is striving more and all?
There is no comparison. There's no comparison at all. I can't even compare entertainment in Nigeria in South Africa. No, they are not just like Nigeria is way ahead in terms of content creating, in terms of comedians, music. Okay, let me talk about the area that I am, which is comedy. It's very, very different. It's very, very different. South Africans, they like comedy. They like to laugh. You understand? But you can't, just like my friends in Nigeria, Ethiopia and Casino, having comedy shows and selling a table for 1 million naira.
Mhm.
You can't have a show here in South Africa and you want to sell a table for 20,000 rands. They will
What
ask you,
about the A-list? Do they have A-list comedians who are South Africans? Don't they sell tables? Don't they place prices for their tickets?
no, here the A-list comedians, like the biggest comedian in Africa, basically the biggest comedian in Africa, the biggest comedian in South Africa is Trevor Noah, but he's based in the US.
Mm,
When he comes
yeah.
to South Africa for his tour, their events are done at the theater. I know theater, there is no special seating. Like
Mm.
it's just front row, then it goes up like this. So everybody sits on the same chair. You understand? It's not like in
Yeah.
Nigeria.
What's the average ticket price for such shows, for such events?
Okay, the average ticket price could be like 1,005, 2,000. That's like maybe 150,000 naira. That's the cheapest.
150,000 for
Uh,
regular. Is it regular
oh,
seats
regular for
or
front row, for front
front?
row. Yeah,
Okay. Oh, and you're
they
talking
don't
about A-list comedian.
A-list come like the biggest. Like some weeks ago, this guy Eddie Griffin, an
Yeah.
American comedian, came. It was also a theater
Is it
setting.
is it that the entertainment industry or the comedy sub sector of the industry of the entertainment industry is not as lucrative as that of Nigeria?
It's not as lucrative, and South Africans they can't see themselves paying for that amount of money because they want to laugh. Because
Or do
who are
you
you?
think is the content? They are not having satisfaction with the content they are getting from the entertainers. Because I think when someone appreciates a good content, and if he or she has the money, they will pay.
Yeah, it's not wait. They have very good and very funny comedians, like very very good stand-up comedians. Yeah, but it's a system. You understand? It's a system. There is a system that they are used to. Comedy shows in Nigeria, they make so much more. Like in Nigerian comedy shows, we have tables, we have
Mhm.
VIP, and we have regular. You understand?
Yeah.
You see table for 1 million. It's not. It doesn't happen here. It
Mm.
doesn't. Yes, you're funny. You have nice lines. You're popular. Hey, but hey, bruh, I can't pay 20K to come watch you. You understand? So they don't. There's some things that they don't value. For instance, when we write proposals to company, the
Yeah.
way the way companies in Nigeria value and treasure online publicity,
Okay. Okay.
in it's not the same thing here.
Okay. I see.
You don't see the value for it. Like you can't tell somebody I want to be a social media influencer, or I want to influence your products, or believe that they don't. It's not a thing here.
Yeah.
You understand?
Okay.
So the market space is Nigeria. the market space, both the physical comedy, the online stuff, the content creating. Nigerians know the importance of online marketing. So they put so much money into it, but it's not the same thing here. They have
Okay.
what they believe works for them.
I agree.
And
I think we can leave it at that, that they believe what works for them, and other countries do that as well. You moving from Nigeria to South Africa, how was the reception, especially at the initial stage? How did they receive your crafts? As you just said, they are not too big on comedy or online content, but you, as a determined Uniben product, you still went there to do your thing. So, how was the reception like, especially at the initial stage for you?
Okay, the initial stage when I came here 2017, it was, when it's like I was coming to start all over again.
Hmm.
Like I was coming to start all over again. Like I had to introduce myself. I had to be like I had to like start all over again. And I think our style of comedy is very different from their style of comedy. And so a typical South African comedian tells story. You understand? Tell stories like maybe from how they grew up, how their grandma used to beat them, or the kind of school they went to, or the kind of food. So it's a story. It's a storyline delivery. It's very different from how we Nigerians do comedy. And most times the jokes that I say is I try to compare I try to
Hmm.
compare between the South African police and the Nigerian police, South African music and Nigerian music. So it's 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 unique. It's not what they are used to. It's not what they are used to. You understand the facial expression, the 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 accents, the delivery. So it's different. So that's why that's how most of them got to like it, got to embrace it, and it wasn't really difficult getting to make them
Hmm.
laugh because all I just needed to do was just to tell them whatever they're doing, this is how we do it on our side, and it's very funny to them, and they laugh about it. You understand?
Okay.
So that was the beginning stage. It was tough, but we kept at it, kept at it. We kept attending comedy clubs and doing church programs and gigs and tours. Then gradually we started getting some visibility, then getting gigs, doing some stage performances, did CDs. So that is how it has been. It's just been up and up and up. But the beginning stage was a bit tricky because you needed to go places where you're not invited, where you don't want. You had to literally ask for time or sell yourself out there to make people know that okay, this guy is a Nigerian, he's a comedian, he's actually funny. Let's hear him out. From there, referrals started coming. So it was a slow build. It was a slow
Hmm.
build, and surely that same hustle spirit. And so we just push on the go like that, and
The Uniben spirit.
the never say never, never say never. Man. You keep climbing, you keep going,
Okay.
keep going, keep trying.
Hmm.
So that's how it's
Thank,
been.
thank you very much, MC Richman. It has been a very engaging conversation, reminiscing on our time at the greatest university of Benin. I want to appreciate you once again on behalf of the team, KIA Media team. Thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
very much. That is all for today. We have been speaking with an entertainer, MC Richman, who resides in South Africa. He is a graduate of Political Science and Public Administration Department of the University of Benin. He was known as MC Bakassi while in school, but today he has changed his name to MC Richman. The reasons he gave during the interview. I want to thank you once again for joining us. We promise to bring you another exciting episode. Continue to subscribe and continue to turn on your notification so you'll be notified every time we drop content. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Bye.